Okay, now so we are going to discuss about the data types or the types of values that a variable can store. Data types. Now data types, when we talk about data types, there is basically two types of data types. Number one is primitive, although it may be boring for you guys, but it is my duty to repeat it again. And primitive type, and number two is non-primitive type. Now primitive type and non-primitive type. The primitive type are the data types, those are inbuilt in Java and they do not depend on any other data type. Those we say primitive types. Now in primitive types we have numeric type, we have numeric type, we have alphanumeric type, we have Boolean type. Now numeric type and alphanumeric type, numeric type byte numeric type includes furthermore one is integral type, and another is real type. Now integral type we have byte, short, int and long. In real type we have float and double. These are the numeric type variables. Now the difference between byte, short, int and long. Although all can store the numeric type integral type variables, although all except only integral type variables, but depending upon the size they can be assigned so that the memory can be utilized properly. The memory, the basic most important thing while programming, for you people it doesn't matter a lot. For you people it doesn't matter a lot, but for others, means when you become a programmer, so at that time you need to manage the memory also. So when we are storing a number, integral type number, at that time we must be aware what could be the value or possible value of the number. Shivam Roy, I'll kick you out. Don't draw anything on the screen. I said you. I requested all the students not to draw anything on the screen. It is visible to everyone and I am getting the name. Okay, now as I was saying that when you become a programmer you need to manage the memory, and when you define a integral type value or a variable, it is very important to know what could be the highest and lowest number you are going to store in it. So what happens, depending upon that quantity, you need to define the particular type of integral data type. First one is byte. Byte, the size of byte is 1 byte. It can store a value from minus 128 to plus 127. Then comes short. Just take the help of the book. I don't know if I can find it or not. It's difficult. Okay, anyway, let it be. We will just give you the range is also given in your book. You need not to know the exact value from me. Then comes side. A short. Short can store bigger value than byte, but smaller than integer. As well as the next one is integer. The size of integer is I think it is 4 byte. So it store greater value than short and smaller than long, and long is the longest type of integral value that Java support. Similarly, for the real values or real type numbers, for real type numbers there are two, float and double. Okay, now comes alphanumeric. In alphanumeric type we have only one, and that is char. We say it character. Now character means anything that you can type in from the computer screen, keyboard. A character represents anything that you can type in from the keyboard. Okay, now comes the boolean. Now what maybe the characters are the alphabets, the digits, the special plus, minus, multiplication, then hash, star, tilde sign, slash sign, comma, full stop, semicolon, all those are special characters. They also comes under char type. Boolean, most of us says that boolean means true or false. Fine, true or false, but it is not 0 or 1. I think I said it in the previous class or in some other classes also, but still I am repeating. The boolean means true or false. It doesn't means on or off, or 1 or 0. These are the primitive data types. Now comes the non-primitive data types. Non-primitive data types, they are dependent on, and most important one is string. Now what is a string is a single character. What we can type in from the keyboard may be useless, excepting it is named as a variable. So we need a group of characters. This group of characters is string. When we combine a number of characters together to represent something, it may be a word, it may be a phrase, it may be a sentence, or it may be even a paragraph, all is a string. The another type is class. How class is a non-primitive data type. Now how class is a non-primitive data type is, when you define a class, we can define a number of variables in it, and when we create an object of the class, those part you have not learned yet, when we create an object of the class, the variables those we declared in the class automatically gets created for every object. That's why class is a non-primitive data type. Then another one is array. What is array? Array is actually a collection of similar type of values. Array is actually a collection of similar type of values which shares the same name. Not clear? Now for example, I give you an example. You had defined a variable int x. Say you have defined a variable int x. Now, after defining the variable int x, how many values can you store in int x? Only one. Now, if you want to store the roll numbers of all the students of your class, what could be the variable for every student? Obviously the roll number. Now, when you try to store the roll numbers of all the students, so one single variable roll number is not enough. So what happens? We define a collection of roll numbers. It is not in class 9, it is in class 10. So for the time being, array means a collection of similar types of values. How to define, how to use, we will understand later in the next class. So these all are the data types. Okay, now this is the part we had already done. Then we move to if else condition. I'm going to stop sharing the screen. Okay, now if anybody have any doubt till now we had discussed those things, you can raise your hand. And how to raise your hand, you know it. Touch the screen at the bottom, you can see more. From more, when you touches more, you can raise your hand from there. There is a symbol saying like this, you can raise your hand from there. If you have any doubt, you can raise your hand at any moment. Yes, Ishika Singh, just click on the microphone at the left button, unmute and speak. Ishika. String. Okay, what is string is? String is a collection of characters. Now I show let me explain it. You want to store your name. If you want to store your name, how can you store? Can one single character be enough? Let me share the screen again and show you how we use the string. Okay, now see here how we define the string. Participants. Okay, no one is there. Now just check out. Yes, no one is waiting out. Screen. How we define the string? For defining the string, let us write a code for the class. Just wait. Let the BlueJ opens. A lot of program is running behind, so the system has been slow. From the screen you can see we are talking in Zoom. Then BlueJ, then I'm trying to record and trying to upload the video for you so that you can refer it See here, now what happens, see here, I'm trying to store the name Archie. Now Archie, it cannot be stored in char. If we try to define a variable char and that char x equals to Archie, or this way, it is not possible. Why? Because the character x can only store a single character, and that single character must be enclosed in single quotation, not in double quotation. Now this is the difference, the single quotation and the double quotation. When you try to store a name or a word or a sentence or a whole paragraph, you need a number of characters. These number of characters together becomes a string, whereas one single character, if you want to store one single character, you can store it in char. This is the difference. Okay, now still if you have doubt, you can raise your hand. Anyone? No. Okay. Anyone else have any other doubt? I'd stop sharing the screen, I think. Yes. No. So let us move on. Let us move on to the other sections, or let it be today. It is already 9:46. Means we had class for around 30, 35, 20. Here I can see it is about 25 minutes, 27 minutes. So today I'm going to stop the class over here, and I have 30 students now attending the class. So there is a person named I love taking knowledge. Very good. So better if you can change your own name instead of using someone's name. Okay, that would be nice, so that I can always indicate you by your name. Fine. I'm going to stop this class today's class here. Have a nice day and get ready for the next class if you have.